Good evening, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for joining us here at the First Alert Desk. My name's Karli Barnett. We want to give you a look at some of the good things that are happening around Metro Atlanta. Of course, it's a day to be thankful. We have a lot to be thankful for. Hopefully, you're watching us nice and full, relaxed, feet kicked up, and ready to enjoy. Maybe you're getting up though early if you are one of those folks that loves to go Black Friday shopping. I don't know. Maybe you have some deals that you're looking to snag. In just a few minutes, we're going to have First Alert meteorologist Patrick Pete join us. He's going to give you a look at your Black Friday shopping forecast. But in the meantime, I did want to give you a look at some of the ways that people are honoring Thanksgiving here around Metro Atlanta. We saw a lot of people hoping to give back and just hoping to make everybody's holiday a little bit better, and we love to see it. So this is an annual tradition. It was created to help those who are less fortunate, who may be struggling right now. Hosea helps preparing, serving, delivering hundreds of holiday meals today. And Atlanta News First reporter Patrick Quinn was with those workers when he delivered these meals to some very thankful families. We have more on who all he met today.
A long line of cars here in Southwest Atlanta. These Atlantans are given a few hours of their Thanksgiving to deliver fresh meals. They're going to senior high-rises, homes, and encampments across Atlanta. Car after car loaded up with a box full of Thanksgiving fixings, food, drinks, even fresh-cut flowers. Stefan told me delivering food helps him find connection.
Sort of eye-opener about all the need that's in the Atlanta area. And it's also very heartwarming. You go to these families and you see them together.
Stefan among the 60-plus volunteers leaving Southwest Atlanta, heading all over the city, bringing a hot meal cooked by Michael Matthews, the catering chef for the Atlanta Falcons.
I've been up for 2 days straight cooking and preparing and everything, so I think just being here and watching is super amazing.
We followed the caravan to one of their stops, the Peachtree Senior Towers in Buckhead, where David Gold among those who grabbed a plate, just grateful for his community.
It's all about sharing love and recognizing that food and shelter are the two most important things that we can have.
Hosea helps make sure 350 seniors get a hot plate. Another 300 families signed up for an emergency meal, and 200 homeless folks all will have fresh food come to them.
This is the city showing up to take care of itself.
Awadeli Amalami, CEO of Hosea Helps, said the plate of food is just the start. It gives them a foot in the door to address bigger needs.
I'll know who's being evicted. I'll know whose lights are turned off. I'll know who's fleeing domestic violence.
Amalami said his volunteers will return to these families next week and help restore utilities, prevent evictions, and help move people from cars to hotels to homes. But on Thanksgiving, first things first, food.
We're living in a time where it's very important that we recognize our blessings.
In Southwest Atlanta, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.
We know they are doing so much good work in the community. And of course, not everyone has the ability to be home with their families this evening. They don't have the ability to be surrounded by loved ones because they are busy out and about to make sure that they are protecting and serving our local community. Of course, we are talking about our first responders, but don't worry because there is a group that is dedicated to make sure that our first responders still have a home-cooked meal that they can enjoy even when they are busy working and making sure that we are staying safe.
Like us in the news business, being a first responder is one of those professions where you work through the holidays. One local hotel has made it their tradition to ensure these guys get a good Thanksgiving meal.
2 for them. To give them the whole box.
Lowe's Hotel in Midtown is just around the corner from Fire Station 15.
We do something called Good Neighbor where we help out local foundations. This is literally our good neighbor within a street or 2 of the hotel.
Allison Poyer is a pastry chef at the hotel.
You want to go next to him?
For the last 3 years, the group has prepped, boxed, and delivered this Thanksgiving feast to crews at Station 15 and Midtown Blue.
We take a lot of pride to be able to cook a home-cooked meal for the people who sacrifice so much for us in this community.
Depending on how long you've been in the fire department, you get used to being away from your family on holidays.
For Lieutenant Patrick McNeil, the fire station is a second home.
So you spend a third of your life with these people, so they are your second family.
McNeil says the group is set to work a 24-hour shift through Thanksgiving. He says to be gifted with a good home-cooked meal is something to be thankful for.
we just really appreciate. It's some of the comforts of home away from home.
As for Poyer, she says that's what being a good neighbor is all about.
Every year it will be a tradition as long as that building is there.
In Midtown,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Brittany Ford, Atlanta News First.
Now, maybe you were up early this morning because you're one of those folks that likes to take a little run before you eat a big meal. I'm not one of those people, but I know they're out there. Like to take part in the turkey trots, things like that. But there are several who are taking part in an annual tradition this morning, the half marathon. And our reporter, Doug Reardon, was there, and he reports from the finish line.
There were 11,000 runners that signed up for today's event. About half of them, 6,500, ended up doing the full 13-mile half marathon. This is actually the largest Thanksgiving Day event of its kind in the entire country. And the course starts here in downtown, outside of Center Park Stadium. It goes through Midtown up to Piedmont Park, through Inman Park, and back around to Edgewood before people finish. And it's really not so much about the time. This draws people from all over the country, all over the world. We met a group from South Carolina that started driving down here at 2 a.m. to be here for the start, and they said for them, it's about a whole lot more than just the time they finish with.
It's a lot more than that because we have a big running club in Anderson, Upstate Running Club, and this is my family. So I don't have family in the United States to celebrate Thanksgiving, so this is how I celebrate it because my runners are my family.
And another event that took place here today, there were about 70 participants in a charity wheelchair race that will benefit the Kyle Pease Foundation. From downtown Atlanta, Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.
Well, congratulations to all of those who took part. I hope you enjoyed some extra pumpkin pie. I think you deserved it. All right, let's go ahead and give you a live look outside. It's a beautiful night here in Metro Atlanta, but you're going to have to brace yourself because it's going to get pretty cold as we enjoy our holiday weekend. Again, maybe many of you are going out to enjoy Black Friday shopping tomorrow, maybe Small Business Saturday. We've got First Alert meteorologist Patrick Pete standing by to let us know what we can expect. I know we have a First Alert weather day come Monday, Patrick.
We do, Carly. We are tracking cold temperatures. They don't want to go anywhere. They actually just want to trend colder. And that is prompting our First Alert weather day. So good evening to everybody out on the airwaves. It's Thanksgiving. Y'all know my motto, and my motto is even more in effect tonight than it normally is. I want to keep you for a good time, not a long time. You're stuffed, probably not really wanting to get a lot of fluff, so we're going to move it right along with this forecast. There's the First Alert weather day for Monday because while it's going to be chilly all weekend, cold in the morning, we are talking about the potential for our first widespread hard freeze in the forecast for our area on Monday, and that's the reason that there's the First Alert weather day Monday morning. But it'll continue through the day because the afternoon temperatures only top out in the 40s, so it is going to be a day for sure for the thicker jackets. Let's get into it. If I can find what I need. There we go. I mentioned the chilly weekend, a dry stretch of weather, no rain in the 7-day forecast, but of course all eyes on that freeze potential Monday morning. You won't get any freeze frost advisories from the National Weather Service for this event because the growing season ended on November 20th. They stopped issuing those products because something that most people don't know, freeze warnings, frost warnings, all that stuff, or frost advisories, they're all issued for agriculture. They're issued for farming. They're issued for people with crops. They are agricultural-based alerts because freezing temperatures can kill plants, vegetation, and that could lead to losses. So just a FYI, that's the only reason we're not going to see a freeze watch or a freeze warning. That doesn't mean that the potential for your pipes to freeze won't be a thing. But let's get you through this evening. Temperatures 5 to 15 degrees cooler, depending on where you are. Bigger temperature drops in northwest Georgia. It is chilly all the way around. We've fallen to 48 here in Atlanta, but you can see a lot of low to mid 40s across North Georgia, still holding on to some low 50s east and southeast of the city of Atlanta. Folks that are stepping out tonight to play spades, game night is fully in effect, and it is going to require you to have that nice thicker jacket. Overnight temperatures will slide into the 30s for all of us. It's pretty much mid to upper 30s, so not quite at freezing, but definitely going to be frosty as you kickstart your Friday morning. And that means that anybody that's heading out of the door should have that thicker jacket. Couple that with some sunglasses, because it is going to be gorgeous as far as the sky is concerned, crystal blue skies as we push into the afternoon. But once again, cold in the morning, cold in the afternoon, and chilly around 4 or 5 o'clock before those numbers start to fall back. So just be prepared for it. Not much of a change in the forecast there. And then heading into the weekend is going to be more of the same. Temperatures in the morning, not the best, not the worst, but just cold. And then heading into the afternoon, the atmosphere will get into the upper 40s. We think that we'll hit 50 degrees at least both afternoons this weekend. We're going with low 50s Saturday and Sunday, but the bigger story is this cold air that's going to be digging in by Monday. And you can see these temperatures Monday morning, just not the best to be walking to the bus stop, not the best to be walking to the car. Unless, of course, you have a remote start. Low to mid 20s in the suburbs, upper 20s closer to the city of Atlanta, and the afternoon only tops out near 47, so well below average. And as I mentioned, that we have a first alert weather day for that, but there is no rain in the 7-day forecast, and temperatures will trend milder by next Thursday. You have a fantastic evening. Eat a slice of cake for your boy.